Why is it that so many localization buyers are so reluctant to invest into terminology management? After all, we know from successful companies like Apple that they do use terminology management to strategically position their products in markets. Take the iWatch. Apple uses terms like supple handcrafted leather and 18 karat gold instead of just leather band and gold plated. We also know that the wrong term can scar consumers for life, like the 47 patients at a hospital in Berlin, Germany that received artificial knees without cement because the term for non-modular cemented was falsely translated into cementfrei, which means does not need cement. In another extreme example, an American businessman landed in jail for over a month for trying to export hemp oil. Well, hemp oil is not illegal in the US or in Egypt, but it turns out that the Egyptian word for hemp oil is the same as hash oil. So Mustafa Soliman was falsely accused of being a drug trafficker. Why is it then that these stories are in stark contrast with what translation vendors hear from their customers every day? Just a few days ago, I have received a comment to one of my LinkedIn posts that describes the vendor view very well. A CEO of a translation company comments the following: "We receive complaints of incorrect terminology only after translation. And that is even though we spend a lot of time consulting with subject matter experts. The customer just states the translation was not good." They are often not willing to pay for terminology research and management. They believe it is a necessary evil for us to do our jobs. And I hear that all the time from vendors and also from the customer side. And my experience is that your customer view depends on whether they are a price shopper or a value creator. Price shoppers will never buy into the idea of investing into terminology management. They are never satisfied with what they're getting. They want to pay as little as possible. And by doing that, they drain out your operations, they kill your profit margins, and they have no loyalty towards you whatsoever. There's nothing that you can do to help them understand the value of terminology management or anything else that you do besides delivering words. Price shoppers are no good news for any business. The only reason they work with you is because you have a very low price and it's too expensive to switch vendors and onward new vendor. Value creators, on the other hand, they are not looking for the lowest price. They are looking for best value. And that means in terms of quality of product, reliability of service, sustainability of that relationship between them and their vendors, and price. So they're looking for a compromise here. They understand that lowest price does not equate to best value. They also know that they will need to be in an equal partnership with you in order to be successful. So vendor value creators are also typically not in the translation and localization businesses themselves. Their job is to help, develop, sell and market a product outside their own country. Translation and localization are not their company's core competence, in most cases at least. So that does not mean that value creators do not know anything about localization and translation or that they don't value it. To the contrary, they just look at it from a different perspective. For example, how it protects their brand, enables their sales team to sell in a specific country, shorten the time it takes to introduce a new product to an international market, and how that market will perceive that product. So when value creators complain, more often than not, they're just simply saying that they need your help in increasing value to their product. So if translation and localization are your company's core competence, it is your job to help your customer understand how you create value for them. And that means in dollars and cents, or in euros and cents, or whatever currency you're using.